Hey guys, it's Kagan with BriteBee. Thank you so much for listening to our bonus episode. Today on the Hi-Fi Podcast, I'm really excited to be talking with Chris Paradiso, the founder of Paradiso Presents and also the owner and agent of Paradiso Insurance and Financial Services. Guys, I know you probably heard of him, but if you have not, if I can just ride on the coattails of Chris, I'm doing really well. With Paradiso Presents, he is a speaker and insurance marketing expert that travels the country teaching insurance agents. We're really excited to talk to him today about a conference he's hosting in San Antonio and BriteBee gets to partner with. Just humbling just to be able to do that. And it's in January 2019. Thanks for being on today, Chris.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk about this event first. Let's make sure everyone understands what's going on. So give us a little bit of detail of what's happening.
Well, we have a great opportunity to be able to do a 2-day workshop in beautiful, warm, sunny January 24th and 25th in San Antonio.
Yeah.
Being here in Connecticut in January, most people will realize much nicer to be in San Antonio.
Yeah, definitely. And tell us a little bit about what's going on at this event. Why is it so special?
Sure. I do have Joe sitting right here next to me. Joe's head of marketing here at Paradiso Insurance and Paradiso Presents.
Hi, everyone.
And what we're going to be doing is really something we do. We do quite a few of them more local here on the East Coast, here located at my office. What ended up happening was several agencies had asked and said, hey, could you really break down an everyday opportunity on how you and your agency, what is Joe doing every single day? So really what came of that was a 2-day workshop. And I call it all things marketing, basically, is what we're going to be talking about. From social media, everybody wants to talk about Facebook, everybody wants to talk about Twitter, but how about when we dive deep, when we talk about SEO strategy, we really talk about Google Plus and its role and how it plays a very important role in Paradiso Insurance. Same as Pinterest. Those are just some other social tools that we're going to be talking about. We're going to talk all digital. We love digital marketing. We love email marketing. Joe is going to go through onboarding process. So we have 28 touch points. In the first 9 months, someone comes on and does business with Paradiso Insurance. And what do? We dive deep in that because really the education is critical. It's critical because most people say to me, what the heck are you going to be emailing these people so much so in a short time frame? Absolutely critical. Content of that email is critical. Email marketing is alive and well. Would you not agree, John?
Oh, absolutely. It's even as a tool of communication, it's still more effective than social media, which is something that a lot of people are not aware of in today's day and age.
You want to repeat that really quick, Joe? Because I'm sure anybody that's listening to the podcast is saying, I think Joe just got that wrong. You just said something very, very, very interesting.
At the very end of the year, 2017, I looked up through HubSpot. They said email marketing is so alive and well, it was still more effective than social media as a communication tool.
And if those that really love studies, go to Forrester Research.
Yes.
Our good friend over here, Alan Kearney, who focuses on insurance and buying habits, still the number one effective marketing tool for insurance agents that are thriving is email marketing.
Yes. And that should be so encouraging to everyone.
Yeah.
It's so encouraging because they already have the emails.
Well, unfortunately, a lot of the agencies we're sitting down with, we're finding out that they don't have the emails.
Goodness.
Yeah. And you know, when I say don't have them, when I hear that they have 19%, very common excuse, and I will say excuse, I love my fellow insurance agents, but it's an excuse when people say, well, my clients don't have emails. Are you freaking kidding me? My dad's 84 years old and he's got an email. You can't tell me your customers don't have emails.
Right. You didn't start out this way, though. Did you start kind of in that same position and understand that you needed to do more, and then you started learning more about this? I mean, where did you come from?
This is a 10-year journey. 2008, I signed a contract to get a website. I barely had set up email in 2008, which I shouldn't say that. It was probably early 2008. I did set up email. But just to think in 10 years, I like to say I stepped out of my comfort zone and said, I like to pat myself on the back and say I'm smart, but I'm not that smart. I just took a risk and believed that, I believed in the internet, believed that the world was changing fast, and invested a ton of money in a website, also into social and digital. So that's where the whole started in 2008. And, I usually like to tell the story about how I started, and it was just 10 years ago that I basically had nothing. I had no internet presence, that's for sure, and almost no email marketing presence, and I'll tell you why. When I started in 2008, I had less than 3% of my clients' emails.
Wow.
We now are about 96%. And why we're not 100% is there are people that do not want to be emailed, and they're saying, hey, we'll give you the email, but we do not want a single email. We're not looking. And, in today's day and era with as many emails we get, I can understand some people saying that. So, but we're pretty fortunate to be able to still have, 95 to 96% of our clients' emails. Mm-hmm. But it is a process. It's not something that happens overnight. If you don't have an email marketing strategy, you don't just, and Joe has helped build a lot of our email templates. They need to be specific. You can't just plug and play. You can't just go to a contractor or to a consultant and say, hey, create these for me. There's a little bit more to the email templates than that. Your focus on your content, your pictures need to be organic, natural, not stock. There's strategy, time, and energy that goes into it. So don't think if you don't have it that you just, snap your fingers. Don't get frustrated with that. Do it right. Do it slow. Take your time. But at the end of the day, doing it right is what's key.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, tell us a little bit more about this speaking career. I mean, you've come from this place where you started 10 years ago, and you figured out a lot of things along the way that are extremely beneficial and have helped your agency grow tremendously. Why would you want to share this with everyone else? Why wouldn't you just take that for yourself?
Well, I will tell you, and I do not apologize. I think independent agents are the backbone of every community in this country. And I will repeat myself. I think the backbone of America is independent insurance agents throughout the country. And I'm not knocking captive agents. There's a lot of great captive agents that are doing a lot of great things for their community. I would never argue that. But why I give back is I feel obligated for the sense is I believe in the industry. I believe we help people every day. I always told my father growing up I wanted to be a social worker. And my dream came true. I am a social worker. I just actually get paid really well. Unfortunately, most social workers do great work, and they're underpaid, right? And we get to help people every single day. I don't care if it's delivering a check for a fire or fighting for a customer because an insurance company is playing hardball. I don't care what it is. We get to fight every day and to help people every single day. And I believe that's my way of giving back. I'm not afraid to share all of our marketing techniques. Joe can tell you how many agencies have flown in here from either Canada, California, I don't care, Texas, you name it, Ohio, you name the state, they've been here. We love and we invite people to come and spend a couple days with us, and hopefully we can open their minds to change. Change is key.
Yeah. So tell me, where would you see in the next 10, 15 years? I mean, maybe even five years. Where do you see insurance heading? Where do you see the insurance agent specifically?
Well, I think it's changing. Nobody would argue that the buying habits have changed, but agents have to change for one reason and one reason only, is because customers are changing. When the internet came out, what happened to the insurance agent? He and she were no longer in control. In control because now people have the access to the internet. If you want education and you want to learn about policies, as Joe will probably tell you, Google it.
Oh, absolutely.
So you don't have. We had the power before because we had the education. We don't have that power anymore. With that being said, customers will continue to change. Right now, if you don't have a strategy on self-service, the ability in the near future to allow your clients to do some service work themselves I think you're behind the 8 ball.
And it's funny that we actually bring this up, Kagan, because back in 2013, Forbes pushed out an article saying that the independent agent could in fact be a dying breed. But here we are, alive and well in 2018, still getting the job done, still bringing the authentic feel to the table for our customers, and still making those interpersonal relationships. As far as where the independent agent is moving, I don't think we're going anywhere. I think it's more of a fact that we are going to be embracing technology, adapting to the ever-changing customer experience, and figuring out how to just keep on serving our customers to the very best of our ability, using technology and things like that moving forward.
Key concept is serving our customers. Because the customer has changed, if we are not embracing technology, whether it's mobile or internet, you are behind the times, and self-service is going to play a huge role. I think the other thing that's going to be a major contributor to change is technology itself. Think about 10 years ago when I started this journey. Was there ever such a policy of cyber liability?
No one thought about it.
Yeah, and just think, when was the internet born? 1993?
Yeah.
I mean, that's when the internet was affordable, where people actually had it at their house.
It became
right?
commonplace, yeah.
Commonplace. You can't really, I'm sure you can go back into the 80s and say, hey, there was something there, but the common, person did not have it. But if you really think about that, how about employers, EPLI, or in some parts of the country, we call it EPL coverage? That was non-existent 10 years ago. It's very prevalent today. Just like 20 years from now, we keep hearing these driverless cars. Those cars probably will have car insurance. Okay? It may not be sold by the independent agent, or maybe not even sold by the captive agent. But there's going to be another product out there. Products have changed. People have changed. We're not going anywhere.
But what you guys are doing in this conference in January 2019 is going to be helping agents move forward in this new environment, and it's ever changing.
I think the key factor, some other key points that we need to educate agents is the power of YouTube and the power of video proposals. Video plays an enormous role. It has played an enormous role. You'll laugh. I find it fascinating that there's consultants out there now coming and talking about the importance of video. We were fortunate to start and create our very first video on YouTube in 2009. And people thought I was crazy. Fortunate enough that I was crazy enough to do that, to be able to create somewhat of a following, to use video to be able to help in the process of a claim, wish people a happy birthday, thank them for doing business with us. Video plays an enormous role. Today, I think even bigger is video proposals. And being able to show other agents the power of it and show them how easy it is to do. Joe's going to pop them on. They're going to be bringing their computers, and they're going to create a YouTube video. They're going to create a video proposal. They're going to lead this conference or a workshop. I hate to call it a conference because it's really a hands-on workshop.
Yes.
Joe and I will be walking around. It's going to be an intimate group. We really don't want more than 30 agencies. The ideal would be 20 to 25 spots. So we really want people to leave there and understand. The last thing that I would say about the conference that I think agents need to know is the power of tracking everything. So your ROI, we always talk about ROI, but who's actually tracking ROI? Let's talk about retention premium versus retention rate. We're going to talk about reshops. So if you're actually remarketing accounts, how many are you remarketing versus what's your success rate? We need to analyze this. Just like we need to analyze what is our traction on Facebook? What are the keywords? Joe's going to talk about SEO strategy, right, Joe?
Oh, absolutely.
And the key components on tracking on social media, using Google Analytics, but there's much more than Google Analytics. Joe and I, and Alicia, who's in our marketing team, we have a meeting every Monday. Once a month, we go over the numbers. Joe presents them and kind of gives us a snapshot. It's interesting, right, when we find out who are our top 5, top 10 leading links to our website.
It's fascinating, really.
Who would ever think Pinterest is one of our top producing opportunities to our website? The agent's probably shaking their head. Pinterest. If you don't, some don't even know what Pinterest
Chris Paradiso on Pinterest.
I love it. I love the traction. I love the ability to be able to visually tell the story. visual content marketing is absolutely critical, and we can't wait to share this. We feel it's absolutely critical, and it's my way of giving back. The fee that people pay goes 100% of the profits go to charity, so that I can show to other agents that I have a commitment to them, and I'm hoping they make a commitment to me. And that commitment is I ask them to look me in the eyes and say, will you implement at least one thing after you leave this workshop?
Yeah.
That's our number one goal.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. And we're really excited to be able to partner with you guys and to hopefully increase that to at least implement 2 things. We're excited to be.
Yeah, again, I love that.
At least 2, right? If we can add at least enough value to where they could implement 2 things, we've done a good work.
Absolutely.
Couldn't agree more, Kagan.
Awesome. Well, hey, tell us again, where can we go and find out more information about this? We will have it in the show notes, but go ahead and tell us as well. Where can we go?
If you're looking to sign up for the San Antonio workshop coming up January 24th and 25th, 2019, go ahead and go on www.paradisopresents.com. That's spelled Paradiso presents.com. You'll see a tab that says Attend a Seminar at the very top. And if you click on it, there's a registration link and all of the corresponding event information right there on our website.
Awesome. Well, we really appreciate it, guys. We will make sure that this gets out to the other agents who maybe have not heard this before. And we'll definitely help you guys increase that to 2 actions by the time they leave. Guys, if you have any more questions, feel free to chat us or feel free to reach out to Chris and Joe, and they'll be more than happy to talk to you soon.
We really appreciate your partnership and your commitment to the agents. We can't thank you enough, and we're excited.
Oh, it's our pleasure. We're really excited. So we will see you guys there in Texas.
Let's keep on dreaming.
All right.